not what you learn in college, like, oh, you come out and it's fun and wonderful games. I would love for it to be like that, but it really isn't. There's so much more involved because teachers really have to be everything. They're just like a parent, you know, within school. These kids are with us all day long. But one key thing to me is to create a very, you know, inviting environment. And when they come in, they're just like, wow, you know, they see all the books. We get to read all these books. Yeah, you read any book that you want to read, you know. So that's the cool part of it.
So I feel like STEAM is very important because I'm trying to expose our kids to jobs that they have never heard of. So I'm trying to teach them how to think outside the box. I'm teaching them to use their critical thinking skills, to be creative, and more importantly, learning how to work together. I hope that they see that that life has so much to offer, and that there is so many different jobs out there waiting on them. They just need to find their niche, find their specialty, and just go for it. That, you know, spread your wings and fly as high as you can get.
I guide myself with the question: is this what is best for the students? And not just one student, but all students. And I think about the individuality. Is this going to be what's best to help this child? Is this what they need? And so I question myself all the time, like, what can I do to be better? What can I do to help them succeed? What can I do to help them achieve these goals? Every year, anytime, I want them to reach their maximum potential. So I want to see what they are doing and what they can do to strive to be better, to set goals and accomplish those goals set for themselves. I want them ultimately just to be the best that they can be.
Nobody likes that. And there's no growth in your comfort zone. You gotta intentionally get uncomfortable for a period of time, and you have to be okay with that. And that's my biggest fear. It's to live the same year 25 years in a row. That's what I don't want to do. And I think by default, when I'm able to do different things, it's things I can share with the kids. And then when you really get to know some of these kids' situations, like, you go, wow, they're dealing with some major stuff that you should not have to deal with at 10 years old. And so when we get into that mind, relate there and bridge that gap, I think then we start to get growth. Because until these kids feel like you really care, they don't care how much you know. It's not the height of your logic, it's the depth of your conviction. And if you don't truly care about these kids, they read it.
I try to inspire them and be a life changer for them. A lot of times when they get to 10th grade, they have no idea what they want to do. I start talking to them about, now's the time. You've got to figure it out. You've got to start thinking about, what do you want to do in life? But I also tell them all the time, don't worry about what mom, dad, grandma, auntie, uncle, cousin, brothers, sisters did not do. You've got to focus on where it is that you want to go. I would tell a new teacher to make sure that you just work hard, make sure you love your kids. The biggest thing is you've got to know what you're doing, because if you don't know, the kids know that you don't know. But express to them that you're here for them, and we're not here to make their lives hard, but we want them to be better and to have a direction and a goal.
We can teach them as much as we can, and academics is great, it's wonderful. I'm not going to knock that. But at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, do these children feel loved? Do they feel respected? Do they feel like they were cared for and that they're important and they have a voice? And I hope that's what I encourage for them every single day when they come in here.
I would hope that I could look back and say that I made an impact on somebody's life. If not 5 or 10 or 15, just one child's life. If I made an impact on one child's life, I have done my job. And I have done it well. If I can just impact one child.
You can go anywhere with education, and education breaks all barriers. It really does. So it doesn't matter where you come from, what you've done, who your parents are. They can all go somewhere, and they can be world changers. So that's my goal.
That's part of that outside of here. What we want to show our kids is we want to leave them with the burden of adding value to people's lives. And we have to first be the example. And so for us, it's a constant, we don't try to stay together, like people say, we grow together. Staying together is not enough. That's what we do. We're going to grow together.